I showed for I showed my desktop for a second there. Sorry. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? You have an appointment with me? Ah, so how's things? Well, let me start with how's things with me. Fine for you know, generally speaking, but there is actually one thing that really screwed me up yesterday. I um I had give me a second. How is it called? Give me a second to find it. How is it called? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second because I have you're gonna like this. Gastroenteritis. How the fuck is that called?
Gastroenteritis.
Gastroenteritis. Yes. Apparently, I ate something bad. I don't know exactly. Something from outside, yeah. Like 2 days ago at night. And yesterday, I was horrible. Like, when I say horrible, I mean I was throwing up. I was dizzy. I had a headache. I even have a fever. And turns out I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I so like I had a cold 2 weeks ago. It started 2 weeks ago. Last week I was fine. And now yesterday I got basically the stomach flu. Because I ate something expired or some shit. I'm like, you cannot be fucking serious. And it pissed me off because I was like, maybe I will not be able to stream. And I was like, nah, fuck that. And here I am streaming. But in order to make things a little bit easy for me, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do just a talking stream. Because after the video game I played, Find Love or Die Trying, it's already been like 2 weeks since the last time 2 to 3 weeks. 3 weeks actually. Yes. 3 weeks. Since it was the last time I did a talking stream and basically talked about my news and all that. I don't really feel like talking a lot, so I'm just gonna, stream for an hour and then I'm gonna call it a day. It's preferable instead of not doing a stream at all, There have been a few things I want to fix on the channel itself, and I feel like I should be getting to it soon enough. Mostly because I cannot keep up having a channel that basically even even for me it's hard to navigate. For the most part, that is. I need to start getting a little bit more serious if I want the channel to work. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna do it right now. While I'm talking. Because why not? So, let me think of a subject I want to talk about while I'm at it. Oh, yeah. Next week, by next week it's going to be like the 2nd of September, right? Like the next excuse me. The next Wednesday. Yes. The next Wednesday it's going to be my birthday. I'm going to turn 22. And damn, time flies. It's a little bit ironic. You see, I cannot actually believe that it's already been like, damn, almost 2 years since everything went to shit, basically. It feels like I was an entirely different person back in 2019. And now, like, we are in 2022, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Wait a minute. Give me a second. I'm making a playlist right now because I want to, as I said, make the channel a little bit easier to navigate. So give me a second. So it's been already almost 2 years since I took like it. I made it like a goal to become a VTuber. The day I was the day which I took that decision was at the 1st of February. Yes. And what the fuck? Where is the? Give me 1 second. Where is the playlist? God damn it. Here we go. Yes. And overall, I'm like, damn. Time goes by fast. 2 years already. It was like 3 years ago. People were like so hyped up about VTubing and okay. It should be fine, I think. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm sorry if I am a little bit, not focused enough. Not only because I do what I do right now on the channel, but also because, as I said before, the gastro night is how the fuck it was called. Give me a second. The gastro. In Greek, it's gastreteritida. Gastreteritida.
Gastritis.
No,
Gastroenteritis.
gastroenteritis, the stomach flu. Screw it, the gastroenteritis. Yes, it's because of the gastroenteritis as well. Like, it was so difficult for me to sleep last night. Like, so difficult. I had to like fight it by watching ASMR. I actually like ASMR, truth be told. And thank God, I actually give me a second. Fix the mic. Okay, we're good. I actually managed to sleep. I had a stomach ache all night, which it did not allow me to relax. But towards the later hours, like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., I was starting to feel a little bit better. And finally, I managed to sleep all the way to 12 a.m., 12 and a half, like p.m. And that helped. But yeah, it was totally unexpected. Like, I was like, how the fuck did I get so like so sick just by a single day? I was fine. I was finished with the first cold, and now I had like a stomach flu. Like, talk about bad luck. And that's why I wanted to make something more for today, like play a video game or something. And I basically got screwed over by my own health. Lately, like ever since I started this channel, my own body doesn't want to cooperate. I was completely fine before I started making like regular streams. But you know what? That's just possibly this is just one of more of the challenges, you know? Like, you have to keep at it. And for the most part, I'm trying my best. I'm trying to do whatever I can. It's not easy, you know? Like, try to make like basically to start from zero with zero budget, and at the same time like try to learn everything on your own without having anyone to help you. Like, like if I was to say that someone helps me, that is only the people who make tutorials. I don't actually have anyone in my social circle who does anything remotely of what I do. Like, not streaming, not making videos. I don't really have acquaintances of any people who actually like do any of this, do anything like this. So yeah, next week is my birthday. I'm going to make a stream because for the first time ever, I don't actually want to stop streaming the days I am supposed to stream. So I'm like, you know what? I will at least, you know, focus on just making focus on just, you know, making like doing as many streams as possible, like doing as like only the days I have actually said that okay, these days are going to be the days where I will actually stream. And no matter what happens, whether it's a cold, whether it's my birthday, whether it's any other celebration, I will just keep at it. I will just stream for at least 2 days. And that is like, I hope I will start streaming a couple of more days. But as long as I do not see much results, I don't want to burn myself out and try to force basically this channel to become something, even though obviously it's not doing very well. For starters, the streams are not doing very well. Like, it says something when like, I'm not gonna hide it, that my chat it's empty at this point. But then again, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna burn myself out. I'm just gonna keep at it. And if it starts showing results, then I'm gonna start making more and more. So far, it's not that bad. Like, I know that some people see my streams. Not many, but enough. Enough for the position I am right now. I don't really feel like making more streams, which feel a little bit unnecessary. I don't know. I feel like what I'm doing, it's like so. How are you supposed to say it? Well, it's barren. That's what I'm trying to say. It feels very barren, what I'm doing. And I want to start upgrading a little bit. Like, upgrading like the quality of the channel overall. Like, I'm thinking, when someone enters my channel, I should probably like make a video to welcome basically anybody who comes in the channel. And the one video I actually want to try to be the video that will welcome the people, it's probably the video of my lore, basically. Like the original character trailer for Alexander. Because well, you see, I actually really like my lore, but as I have said before, I haven't actually found many ways of, expressing that lore. And I'm thinking, maybe I should make a remake of that same trailer for my birthday, maybe, if I have time. But I don't know how to make something that will look good, and it's going to be like a trailer, basically. Are there any other games? Are there any... Excuse me. Are there any other games who, have character creation, basically, which I would be able to, like, create a trailer out of it? Jump Force, no. Black Desert, no. I don't feel like these games can make Phantasy Star Online, no. Dragon's Dogma, no. Fallout 4, no. Final Fantasy 15 Comrades, no. Dragon Age Inquisition. Like, half of these games, I know that they have some decent... The Sims 4, no. Monster Hunter World, no. Bloodborne, not so much. Bloodborne, not so much. WWE, what the fuck? Saints Row. It's Silent Soul Calibur 6. It was probably one of the few. It was probably the only one that actually matched, like, what I liked about, but it basically, like, filled everything. Perhaps I should not, like, try to create a complete remake of that trailer. I'm just gonna create like a remaster, basically. I'm thinking that maybe I need to polish the video a little bit more, and then have that video, like, welcome everyone. Anyway, I'll see what I can do. I will try to make something for, like, I didn't have anything planned for my birthday, because it was only this week that I realized that, hey, the next Wednesday it's gonna be my birthday, or the same day that I have to like stream. And yeah, I'm like, nice. But I don't really had anything in mind, like something that I should you know, basically make a birthday stream with like everything, like to hype up the situation. I'm not actually very good on hyping up something beforehand. I am better when things have already taken like when things have started. I am better when keeping the momentum then. I am not actually good at creating the momentum, like, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like it's either pure luck or just hard work. Sometimes I feel like some people make it seem too easy to have a YouTube channel. And some other times, like, I am like sitting here watching at my computer screen and I'm thinking, it's fucking difficult. You feel like nothing comes to mind that could possibly like help you grow. Not at least not with whatever resources I have. I don't have many resources basically. I don't have people to depend on, and I have to rely only on myself. And I believe that there have been many people who have actually managed to do everything by themselves from zero, from scratch. But yeah, I don't know why. I always get a little bit melancholic, and I don't like the fact that I am basically one of those people who see the glass half empty all the time. But that's just how I am, and I'm trying to fight it. I don't actually like the fact that, I see the world all, in doom and gloom, that, what, the channel is not worth it, we are not doing very well, whatever I do doesn't get not even like 100 views. But then I am trying to think to myself, maybe I need to just go ahead and try to see what others do. And I see many channels that they do better work than me, and they are not any better. They do better work, but they don't get any better results. And on the one side, I feel, okay, that means that for many people it's like this. But then again, you're like, shit, maybe it's not worth it after all. Like, you see, that is bullshit. But what can you say? What can you do? I'm not sure. Perhaps I am a little bit tired because of the cold. I'm not sure if I'm just bragging right now because I was overall like really, I didn't have very good sleep, and I still feel a little bit dizzy. I feel better. I don't have a fever anymore, but I still don't feel very focused, and I'm just, as I said before, I'm just doing this stream for the sake of doing a stream. I'm not actually have anything planned. I just wanted to talk. That's all. And, it's not like every time I am going to do a talking stream, I'm just gonna, have like the, very, very positive altitude. Like, I'm not gonna be happy every time I'm just gonna make a stream. I'm not gonna be bad either. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cry. Calm down. What I'm trying to say is that I'm not really into making like a stream that basically like that I am also always gonna be so excited and so into it. Like, you get what I mean. Like, sometimes I guess every person is allowed to, be a little bit down, but not, depressed or anything. Just make a stream for the sake of doing a stream and let it all out. Like, I'm doing this talking stream right now because I felt like I had to explain myself a little bit, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. And for the most part, I probably do not. But then again, it's not like I'm not doing anything at all. So I guess I guess I'm dealing like that. I'm dealing it. I am dealing with. Excuse me. I am dealing with these kinds of emotions by making a stream like this, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Not every stream has to be like a stream where we're gonna sit here and laugh. I am more of a, you know, I like to just sit back and like make a little bit, act like a philosopher sometimes. I actually really like philosophy, so it makes me feel a little bit better, you know? Like I'm trying to find myself, like I'm trying to pinpoint where I actually am and how much, you know, strength I have to keep going forward. I named this stream "Come Tell Me Your Desires and Sins," but turns out I am the one who's telling you my desires and sins. There is also one more thing in my mind that maybe at some point I need to like make a roleplay video. Perhaps this is something that I should probably focus on. To make a little bit of a couple of scripted streams and such, and that way I'm going to actually like enjoy the basically like what did I say? To enjoy? No, I mean to. You see, I'm not focused. That's how I am actually going to garner some attention, basically. Which is not more of a like. I didn't start this channel just because I wanted to like become famous. I mostly started this channel because I wanted to have something to feel proud of. Truth be told, like you don't really seek attention, but you seek acknowledgement. Like I see VTubers, for example, on YouTube, on Twitch, always having like this bragging, like everybody like has like they have their collabs, they have their silly discussions on Twitter and such, and I'm like, I want to be a part of that. I really want to seek I really want to seek out people and talk about things that I like and basically that we both like. I don't really have many people who actually like I don't have many people who play fucking video games, like many friends who play video games now, let alone like watching anime or watching VTubers. But yeah, that's the thing. I'm just doing this to feel satisfied with myself a little bit. Satisfied that, what, I'm not just sitting on my ass and not doing anything. I am actually trying to try to make it. I am trying to make the first steps to make a difference, But I don't really have much of a plan. Like, I don't really have, like, anything that... I don't really have how... I'm not really... I don't have much knowledge on how I'm supposed to, like, go along with it, Like, it's kind of ironic because I actually, like, have been on YouTube and I watch YouTube videos for, like, 7 straight years now. But I watched 7 years straight with the intention that I wanted to learn how to do videos. Because even before VTubing, I had this channel. And as you can see, if you go to the information, you can see that this channel was created in December of 2015. Damn. This channel is almost 7 years old. I made this channel back then because I was influenced by Markiplier. And I really wanted to, like... basically be someone, be somebody. It's not like about, it's not about, it is not about, it's not, well, it's not just about, being famous or making money and such. Honestly, if I had people who watch my channel, even 10 regulars, I would still be happy. And for the most part, I do have 10 regulars, but they just don't, from what I understand, they don't have like much time to watch, or they don't actually have like the time difference. It's not like it's not allowing them to watch the streams at the time that they're being made, Truth be told, I didn't really believe about how many lurkers there are until I started my own streams, and I realized that, there are people who go in and go out, but they don't comment at all. And I was like, wow, so they do exist. they are on the stream, they just don't want to talk. They just want to sit back and relax and like, okay, not be bothered with being a part of the show, just watch the show. That's what they actually want. And I'm like, damn, I didn't realize that. Then again, I have seen like people, like lately I have been watching a couple of VTubers on Twitch. I don't usually like watch a lot of, excuse me, I don't usually watch like a lot of content creators on Twitch, but from time to time I'm going to check up on who's doing what and what they do. And I'm like, I watched like this past week a couple of creators, and I have seen some people who have like on the regular like 400 viewers watching their streams. They have been doing this for way longer than I. Like, they have been actively doing it, because I cannot actually say anything about it's not like, just because you put the goal doesn't mean that you have been actively doing it, and that doesn't matter. Like, what matters is when you actively started doing it. So I started doing it like 3 weeks ago. They have been doing it for like 1.5 years, and they still like say that they are not experienced enough. And I'm like, what? They have been doing streaming actively for like 1.5 years, and they still don't believe that they know it enough. And that's actually true. Because I haven't been doing it actively. I should have, but I haven't. And I'm like, damn. Perhaps it doesn't matter. Like, you have to start getting your hands dirty if you want to start learning. And it will take a lot of time. Because when it comes to... I got caught. You got caught in what? Hamburger, how you doing? How have you been? What was I saying? Yeah. Even though I am technically like very knowledgeable when it comes to theoretically wise on doing YouTube, I don't actually have experience to actually do it. Like, I don't have experience in actively doing it. And that's a problem. That is something that you need to change. Like, it's like school, basically. In school, they teach you all kinds of theories and shit. Like, you spend hours upon hours studying how things should be in theory. And then you go to that job you have, like, you wanted to go, and let's hope you actually find the job you wanted. And then you find out, like, not even half of what they taught you, it's true. Like it's like night and day when it comes to theory to execution. Like, no, yes, theory to execution. That's how it is. I thought I was overusing memes. I thought I was caught for that. No, no. I'm just talking in general because I didn't actually have anything planned for the day. I had stomach flu yesterday, and I'm really out of it. So I'm just, you could say that this stream is more like a rant, in order for me to feel a little bit, like I have actually, released some stress. Because I said it before, actually. You didn't caught up to that. I said that, the title says, "Come and tell me your desires and sins," but in reality, I am the one who says my desires and my sins. Yeah, I am upside down like that. You see, I'm thinking about putting some music on. And you know what? For the most part, let me put some music on, because I feel like... Because I don't want to feel like we have this ambience of melancholy in the air. I'm just gonna put something on default. Twitch and streamer friendly music. I hope hip hop. I don't like hip hop. This is bullshit. I'm trying to find something good to put on, but I don't have anything. No copyright sounds, gaming music, live stream. Electronic radio, chill out mix. Is this good? Okay, I'll keep this on. I don't like the lyrics. I thought it was only music. God damn it. Is this any good? Oh, god damn it. I have an ad. Shut up! Shut it! Thank you. Okay, I think this is good. So where was I? Yes, I'm like, damn. I need to start getting into it if I want to manage to do anything at all. But for now, I'm just gonna focus on what I have to do for the next week, for my birthday. I'm thinking that maybe you know what, I will try to make birthday stream in a similar way everyone else does a birthday stream. Not 100%, not 100% the same, but I will try to follow the pattern to see okay, maybe I need to, I claim that I am a VTuber, right? So I have to act like it. I need to start doing it. Truth be told, I don't really feel much of a VTuber because I have a PNG. I am kinda greedy, I'm not gonna lie. It's next week. It's my birthday is on the 2nd of November, and it's the next Wednesday. And I'm like, damn, that is perfect, because I can stream and have a birthday stream without very very much realize it. I didn't realize that it falls on the same day, that it's the next Wednesday. It's also the day I have my birthday. And I'm like, nice. That is actually something that I can start, I can use, basically, as a way to, start something. basically like start to, you know, doing things the way they are supposed to be done. Truth be told, I don't really put much, you know, I don't really put much planning, as I said before. Like, I do not plan my streams ahead of time. I'm thinking, okay, thank you, Hamburger, thank you. I'm not actually planning my streams ahead of time. I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to play a game. This game looks good. Let's play this game. Or I want to make a talking stream. I'm just gonna put like, I'm just gonna arrange the time and the, you know, the you know, basically I'm just gonna put the timer on, and that's just it. And when the time comes, I'm just gonna go live. That's it. I'm not gonna bother with anything else. You see, the thing is, it's not easy to do much when you are like, you don't really have resources, you don't really have a budget. And that is the thing, like, you cannot really compete with other people who had better starts than you. You just have to keep doing your thing and just hope that, you know, you will start breaking the mold, basically. Like, maybe one day with enough work, you will manage to get there. Because if you were to ask me, okay, is this really your ideal way of making like a stream? Like having this very dumb, you know, game generated, actually I made this on Sims 4, this dumb office and just a PNG, and that's it. Also, I just realized my model, it's not behind the fucking desk. That, you see how much of a moron I am? That's what I'm trying to say. I am not actually planning all of these things. I'm just like, okay, let's go in. Okay, now it looks better, but now I look very small. Maybe I need to be a little bit bigger. Kind. Okay, now I look better, I think. Get it? I need to start being more into it. But for the most part, I like what I do for now. I'm like, you know what? I went from wanting to become a VTuber or a PNG tuber, whatever you want to call it, to actually, you know, actively doing it. No. Well, I actually do have a Discord account, but I don't actually have like a dedicated page. You see, that's what I'm trying to say when I say that I don't actually plan things ahead of time. Like, I don't really have an Instagram either, nor a TikTok. I only have the Twitter account. And that's just it. The YouTube and the Twitter. Because I feel like, hey, if you want to start like managing those things, you have to understand how they work. I look very menacing and short. Well, menacing, thank you, but short. Have you seen the actual model? Alexander is pretty damn tall, if you ask me. If you want to see the model, I can show it to you. Just ask me. The full model, like how it's actually how it should actually look like. Maybe I need to make a Discord now that I think about it. Maybe I need to make like an Instagram and a TikTok, just because I need to basically have more outlets, basically, to spread the word. I'm not sure. I need to take my time and start, you know, planning things. But for now, I'm just gonna, you know, not gonna bother too much. I'm gonna go through with I'm just gonna go through with a. I'm just gonna go through with my birthday next week, and after that, I'm gonna focus on actually making things more interesting on the channel. Like I'm gonna start to have like, you know, a little bit more structure in the things, because without structure, I don't feel like I can get far enough. Yeah, thank you. Well, I don't. Speaking facts, you see, when it comes to, you know, speaking facts, the only reason I sound so intelligent in a way, it's only because I have, as I said before, I am actually nailing it in theory. In theory, I know how it's supposed to work, because as I've said before, if you go to my channel and go to the information, you will see that the channel is created in December of 2015. It was back then that I had the intention of creating a channel. And to be even more ridiculous, I actually own a YouTube tutorial book. I actually have. I have it on my hands right now. For the... Yes, it is basically a YouTube guide book that it was released in 2015, and I still have it to this day, and it was my passion. It was my passion to make things, to do something, to be someone. So yeah, in theory, I am 10 out of 10. In execution, I'm 0. Because I'm fucking lazy. So let me change the subject a little bit, because I just don't want to talk only about the channel alone. Let's talk about some games. In the 9th of November, the new God of War comes out, and I will not be able to stream it, even though I really want to, because I don't actually have a capture card for the PS4. Shit's expensive. A capture card before the pandemic costed like 100 euros approximately. Now, last week that I checked it again, it costs like 200, and I'm like, damn. I always dream to a YouTuber, and I don't have a proper set. Well, you see, you have to work hard, my friend. Like, the reason why I started, you know, streaming now, it's because now I have a better PC. I had a potato PC before, and I think I told you before that I actually streamed on Twitch, but it was garbage. It was garbage. The streams that I was making, not even I wanted to watch them, because it had very bad quality. Now, with the PC I have, it's still not perfect, but it's good enough. And I can deal with good enough. And that is the thing. Like, if you really want to become something, you have to work as much as possible to get there. You have to work with only this sole goal. If you get distracted, if you do not focus on this one thing, and you have like multiple things you're focusing on, you're never gonna reach anything, unfortunately. And I know that because I have stepped on that trap myself multiple times. For example, I want to learn how to sing. I want to learn how to do animation. I want to become a VTuber. I want to, create maybe a video game of mine, or create some kind of comic with my lore and all that. But you see, now it's very difficult to focus on only one thing. It's impossible. You cannot just do it in a day, nor in a year. You need a lot of time to do anything and reach a point where, you are actually good at it. You will never truly be good at something if you're not bad at it first. That's how it goes. And right now, I am bad at streaming, or at least bad in quality, and bad at planning as well, as I said before. But I am doing this with a hope that, you know what? It won't be like this forever. I am in that path as well. Well, yeah, I know. That's just how it is. Unfortunately, it's just how it is. Like, if you want to like succeed, you have to like, how do you say it? You have to invest in it. Like, you want to like become a YouTuber, you don't have a proper setup. Well, unfortunately, you have to find a job and start making money with only this sole goal if you want to become a YouTuber. For example, in order to buy the PC I have right now, I was working on hotels. And it was fun working on hotels for the most part, because I got to meet people from all around the world, and I was basically doing subconsciously what I'm doing right now, speaking to people. And it was fun. It was a job that I could manage. Like, when it comes to finding a job, it's not just about the money. It's also about being able to do it because you like it a little bit. Like, it's not all fun and games. It's not going to be like a job is a job, but you're not supposed to hate it, because if you hate it, then you're gonna start feeling depressed about it. I know, because I have been there as well. So you need to find a decent job, or at least a job that suits you. Start making money, and not start spending that money on consoles, on clothes, on night outs. You need to start saving that money. And trust me, it's going to be a chore. Like, it's going to be very irritating at times. The fact that you have to make as much money as possible, because the bigger budget you have, the better things can, the better things you can do. For example, if you become a YouTuber, it doesn't just stop on the fact that you need a channel, a proper channel, a proper setup. It would be also useful to find an editor to help you. Like, instead of just making the video yourself and editing it yourself, finding an editor to help you will make you more resourceful, will make you more productive, and that is also something that can help you a lot. But you see, that is the thing. You need a budget, because even the editor needs to be paid. And at the beginning it's just going to be a hobby. Like, you cannot really say that you are a professional until you actually start getting paid from it. That is the thing. Like, it doesn't matter how good you do things. It doesn't matter if you have been doing it for a long time. The only situation where you can call yourself a professional, it's when you start getting paid by it. And that is something that didn't exist on YouTube before, but it started exist now. And I didn't know it because I was out of YouTube for a lot of time. The fact that in order to start running ads on YouTube alone, you need like 1,000 subscribers and like 10,000 of hours of people watching your videos. And that is tough. Like, in the beginning, you can't really reach that number on just a day or a month. In some cases, not even a year, it's enough. Because sometimes, even if you have good content, people just, the algorithm itself screws you over. And for the most part, I feel like I live in Greece, okay? And even though I don't like saying this, in a way it's true. Greece, it's not a first world country like America, Germany, Britain. Unfortunately, Greece is considered a third world country. Mostly because of the economical problems, but let's not go there. But because Greece it's not considered just because Greece is not considered a first world country, the algorithm itself screws me over even more from people that live in America, for example. What does that mean? That means that just because I live in a bad country, the YouTube itself is trying to sabotage my flow of of videos, basically. Like, I really need to find something that is a trend, or somehow, some way have the luck to actually, find the way to, bypass the algorithm and have like my videos recommended to other people. Because most of the time people don't just find you because they typed your name. Most of the time people find you because the video was recommended to them. And that's why a thumbnail is actually very important, but that's another story. So what was I talking about? Yes, I was talking about the God of War. It comes out, and I really want to play it, and I probably will buy it as a birthday gift. But as I said, I will not be able to, I will not be able to stream it, and I hate that. But what can you do? You just have to, accept it. Unfortunately, I have to accept it as well. Like, damn it. Because it is actually very, like, that is like one thing. You can actually garner attention if you do videos or basically let's plays of things that just came out. That is also one more thing. Like, except if the algorithm screws you, you can still garner some, some views by basically like, a new game came out, play this new game. Because people will watch that game, and that is actually something that actually surprised me myself. That if you play something new that most people watch at a very at that very period, you do have a chance of actually have people just by chance come to your video, and that is actually a nice strategy as well. But in order to achieve that strategy, you need to have resources in order to be able to, one, afford the equipment, two, afford the video game. And it's not always possible, especially if you're starting out, unfortunately. But okay, what can you say? What can you do? You just have to accept it. You have to accept your own powers and start building up from there. And as for me, this is the best I can do right now. This dumb office with this PNG tuber. But it's not bad. It's not bad. From the moment you start, you're going to feel like, okay, you know what? It's not perfect, but you do something, and you feel proud for that one thing you actually do. That's just how it is. You have to feel good about doing something, because, doing something is better than doing nothing, obviously. And that is actually something that people don't really have the self-esteem sometimes to accept that, I did something, and they should feel proud for that something that they did. I am one of those people. But I am trying to change my mindset a little bit, Again, to see the glass half empty, it's not a way to live, unfortunately. No, fortunately, maybe, because it is actually good to try to see the bright side of things, You shouldn't just accept things as, that everything is bad and everything forever will be bad. No, I am doing this right now, and I feel proud for doing this right now, even in this situation, because I'm like, what? One day things will be better. One day maybe I will also collab with other VTubers, and I will have my own badass avatar, which I, will feel proud for having. To give you an idea of how much of a screw up I am a little bit, I don't even know how to put the chat on the screen. Like, how do I make the chat of YouTube transparent and put it on the, you know, on the OBS in order to be able to have it visible on the video? I'm like, every time I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna try to do it. And I see like all this mess of like, okay, you need to take the code of the window, go type it on the OBS, go make the OBS transparent, go put it over there, try to make the edges better, and I'm like, fuck me, man, all that just to put the chat on the screen. You need to put the effort if you want it to make it happen, my friend. If you want the job done, you have to do it yourself. Man, hamburger, man, can you explain to me what ALR is? Sorry, but I am a little bit of a boomer. Half of basically the starting letters, I do not actually know what they mean. Sorry for that, but you know, as you can tell, I am a little bit of a introvert, and most of the time I actually feel embarrassed even when I actually am. I feel more embarrassed. All right. That makes sense. Sorry. Thank you for explaining to me. I am not much of a person who actually, you know, does social media. For the most part, like YouTube, it's only all right. ALR means all right. Yeah, thank you. I guessed as much, but I wasn't sure if it really means that. Well, sometimes, you know, I feel like I am more embarrassed to actually talk on people on social media that I am actually, you know, that I am actually. I don't feel as embarrassed to talk to someone directly in real life than in social media. I do not know why. Truth be told, most of my experiences with you know, interacting on social media have one way or another led into misunderstanding, and that's why I always feel a little bit. You know, tense. Also, I have a very bad habit because I am a writer. I have a very bad habit of actually, you know, sending a message and I have to make the message as detailed as possible. I do not know why. I always do that. What can you say? Everybody with their pros and cons. There is actually some good news. I actually want to talk about this, but let me set up the. That's very much me. Well, yeah. I do not know why, but sometimes it feels like with the things the way have escalated, like the way that social media basically have influenced our life so much, it feels like it's more dangerous to interact in social media nowadays than actually interact in real life. Or at the very least, that's how I feel. It's weird. You have higher chances on finding trouble on social media and overall like having an argument or some shit than actually like talking to someone IRL, which there was once upon a time where people saw that the other way around. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying that I wanted to lay the foundation over some news that there are. I do not. Let me check something real quick. and might be a little bit of a sensitive subject. When you get political, what does that mean? Because I have something to say about all that. Well, basically, it means that that you start talking about subjects that you probably trying to push some ideals on some shit. You see, when it comes to me thinking about politics and shit, it's basically like when you talk about some touchy subjects. Let's say like the pandemic that happened 2 years ago. That alone was somewhat of a sensitive subject because things were real bad back then. And I think that even YouTube actually, restricted some videos for saying, I still now feel a little bit bad of saying it. Because I don't know how, like, when something influences the people and the world in general in a bad way, it's something like political, like something that it's basically a touchy subject that people will, argue about it. But I personally do not think that way. I personally am like, you know what? You cannot really, you have to confront some things. Like, you cannot just, ignore them and expect that things will be okay just because, you pretend that they do not exist. Like, I see, like, in many VTubing channels, they have their rules and they're like, okay, do not be rude, do not do this, do not do that. Yes, have a good appetite, my friend. Enjoy your dinner. Okay. You can just sit and listen if you want. Like they say that do not be rude, do not mention other streamers in my stream except if I mention them and shit like that. And they're like, do not get political or push ideals and do not be, religious either. And I'm like, look, yes, people can actually create arguments and have people overall like create some kind of conflict because of different ideals. But I personally believe that, a discussion doesn't necessarily have to be something that will lead into into conflict. What do I mean is that sometimes when you have a discussion, you need to have thesis and antithesis. These are actually Greek words, by the way. Basically, you cannot actually have an engaging conversation if you do not have someone who has a different opinion. Just because someone has a different opinion, it does not mean that it does not mean that it should be something that you should end up having a fight with that other person just because you have different ways of thinking. I personally like talking with other people who have different views of life. Basically, this is the foundation I wanted to lay down because I want to talk about something I saw 2 days ago on the news that it was talking about, get this, the statues of Parthenon. If you do not know what the statues of Parthenon is, it's about this touchy subject, basically, that the statues that basically are in the British Museum, which back in 1800s, a lord the British Army basically came to Greece and basically like how do you say it, bribed the Ottomans to, you know, break some of the pieces and bring it back to Britain. And you know what, as a Greek I don't really give a shit. Like, it's something that in a one way I do not like it because they are Greek, but you know, it happened so long ago that you cannot really say that now it's, you know, a matter, like it falls upon my generation to fix something that happened so many years ago. Like, I like to keep moving forward. But you see, that is why I want to talk about it. The news said that 54% of the British people agree to bring back the, you know, the statues to Greece, to give the statues back. And I love that. I love that because, man, I have been seeing for many years the British, like whenever I found this subject, like on videos on YouTube or discussions and all, they were all saying that, you know what, we don't mind giving the statues back. And I'm like, yeah, but that will cause damage to your museums, you know. But they are like still at it. Like they honestly say that, you know what, they belong to us, so they should be, you know, given back to us. And with that news that, you know, 54% of the British people actually agree to send the statues back, it's something that I respect, I admire even. I'm like, so they basically, you know, they themselves like know what's right. And the rest of the analytics show that 30% they don't really bother and 20% they say no. Approximately, I'm not sure. I personally say that, you know what, it is going to cause a problem for Britain, like for their museums, that is, because, you know, when you have like some actual like good relics, and then that museum basically loses these relics, then things get more tough for the people who, you know, who run the museum, and for the country as a whole, because why would you go to Britain if you're not going to like see some of the, you know, finer specimens, basically, like some of the things you cannot find in any other country. Like, museums are actually very important, if you ask me, when it comes to tourism, since I have worked in a tourism department. But you know, I can't help it. I'm genuinely happy. I am genuinely happy that, you know, people actually like see past, you know, like try to move forward, like see past past this. They move on from the past mistakes, basically, and that is something that I really enjoy. For the most part, the British Museum itself didn't really actually wanted to, as far as I know, basically, they didn't really actually like bothered with like thinking about sending the statues back. Like, the Greek Museum actually asked for the museums multiple times throughout the years, but the British Museum just denied. They said that, like, in the beginning they said that the Greek Museum that is not, you know, well equipped, and they were actually right. The Greek Museum was not equipped very well. So the Greeks actually upgraded the museum as much as they could, and the Acropolis Museum is probably one of the most advanced museums in the world, as far as I know. And we got a better museum, and we thought, okay, now they're gonna say yes. And they asked again, and the British Museum was like, nah, we will not give them back to you. But whenever like you ask actual British people about the, you know, if the statues were to be given back, they were like, we should give them back. Like they actually agree about it. Like they were like, yeah, that's the right thing to do. And actually, I was watching the other day a video about one of the statues of I cannot remember how they called. Give me 1 second because I really wanna talk about this. You're going to enjoy this story. It's not probably true, but it's like to think it's nice to think about it as a myth, like that you didn't realize that it could be like a thing. The Cariadis. Let me tell you, there are 6 sisters. I'll tell you the story from the beginning. There are 6 sisters. That is actually, you know, a special shrine, basically, besides the Acropolis. The Acropolis was basically the shrine of Athena, but there was a smaller shrine by the Acropolis, which had 6 statues of 6 sisters, the Cariadis. The Cariadis, excuse me. And you see, back in the 1800s, that lord who came to Greece and he bribed the Ottoman soldiers, he took one of the sisters. Let me read the Wikipedia. A Cariadid is a sculptured female figure serving as an architectural support, taking the place of a column or a pillar supporting the head. The Greek term Cariatides literally means maidens of Carai, an ancient town of the Peloponnese. Carii had a temple dedicated to the goddess Artemis in her aspect of Artemis Cariatis. As Cariatis is yes, so basically it was a small shrine for Artemis, basically. And the 6 sisters are not actually the real 6 sisters here in Greece. One of them, it's actually a replica. It's not the real one. The real one, it's in Britain. Because that lord, when he came to Greece and took them statues, he also took one of the sisters. And that is like the hilarious part right here. If you were to read like the rumors of what happened back then, the workers who basically broke the statues and they were about to load it on the ship, in the box of the sister, they swear that they heard a female scream from inside the box, and they were like, "Fuck this!" And they let the box on the pier, and they like, "We're not touching this box again. Screw that." And the Lord had to command his soldiers to actually go and take the box and load it to the ship. On the other hand, on the other side, in Acropolis, they say that if you were to go at night in the Acropolis, you could hear the 5 sisters crying for their abducted sister. And I'm like, damn, that is actually a nice way to put that's actually a nice way to create some kind of a story here because of the one abducted Cariatid. And I'm like, you see, that is truly what happened. Since the British kidnapped one of the sisters, Zeus basically punished the British for their avarice, for their insolence, and by cursing them to speak different to speak different accents, so nobody could understand what they say. it was Zeus, you know, who turned British to British. But that is like something that I actually like. The idea that, you know what, maybe maybe that statue will actually return to Greece after 200 years. That will be something that you know, it will basically like fix the rift, you know, like make something that make amends basically with Greece and Britain. You see, it doesn't really have to be an argument. As I said before, I don't really care, but at the same time, it's nice to have this good news. And that's why I sometimes like to talk about politics and stuff. Not because I want to create like a debate on oh, you know, this politician is better than the other politician. No, I don't believe any of that shit. I am one of those people that actually believe more on the mentality of, you know, of The Witcher, basically. Like, you choose the lesser evil. There is no such thing as a perfect, like, way of doing things. It's difficult, you know, to balance everything. And that is actually something that I agree. Like if you find someone who like has a different opinion than you, it's better to just agree to disagree. It's always nice to have a different opinion, but you know, depending on the judgment you make, not get influenced by it, but have a different idea, to be more open-minded, you know? Like, it's like the mentality of being a, you know, an average enjoyer, you know? Like, I personally, like, I'll give you an example. I like DMC Devil May Cry. Many people didn't like it because it was not what they were used to, but I find it as a decent game. So I am an average enjoyer of that. I do not hate it. I am not crazy about it. I actually accept that other people, you know, don't like it. But that's like the sad mentality, basically. And you really need to understand that. Like, hey, I like what I like, you like what you like. That's it. Sometimes we might, you know, we respect each other's opinions, we respect each other's perspectives, and that's how basically, you know, stand up people should be. How the fuck am I going from one subject to another? I go from my channel this, my channel that, to you should do this, you should do that, to let's go talk about the statues of Parthenon. What else? I don't really have much else in mind right now. I'm just bragging at this point. Excuse me. I still feel the stomach ache. Damn. But by the way, I'm just here on Twitter, just, you know, scrolling to see if there is something else I wanted to talk about. And I don't really see anything. I don't see anything interesting, that is. I actually watch right now Code Miko checking out some new physics on some physics on her new avatar. My god, this is actually damn good. Look how far technology has come. I remember she talked about at some point about how much it costs. Yeah, I'm switching topics because I don't really have some. I don't really want to, stick on just one topic. I'm bragging. I truly am bragging. But if you have some kind of question specifically, you can always ask me. Or if you want me to like extend on some kind of opinion, you can just always tell me. One thing I am not bored to do is talk. It's the one thing I am very good at. So Code Miko was talking about how like you could actually buy the equipment of having like basically your own like motion capture equipment for a model. And even if like she said that it is possible for you to buy one as an individual for like half the price, not as a studio basically, because you're not some kind of corporate company like in order to ask for in order to have too much money to spend on something like that. But even with something as basically discount basically, it's still very fucking expensive. I'm like, yeah, damn, I will probably never be able to afford any of that. This music is nice. Relaxing for the most part. Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh my god, that's disgusting. I'm just watching a picture right now from a user called the Insect of the Day, and I see like a giant wood moth right now, and I'm like, my god, it's as huge as his hand, and as huge as his entire hand, 9 inches. My god. Damn. Ugh, that gave me a chill, goddamn. I'm just going around right now a little bit. Like, I do not actually... know what else to talk about. It's similar of saying you want Flintstone gummies and you'd go feral to talk your opinions about whether pineapple is good on pizza. Well, my friend, I am somewhat of a madman myself, By the way, pineapple on pizza is so last year. What you actually want is it's actually pizza with strawberries. Well, I don't know actually, when I say, that's the thing with these themes, when I say talking, I'm just talking, about anything. I do not actually, focus on just one subject. I'm like, whatever interests me in that moment, whatever I feel like, I'm gonna talk about it. Whatever is the news basically of the day. I do not. I do not actually have any kind of structure. I have said that before, so I like pineapple on pizza. Well, I respect that. I respect it. But you should try strawberries on pizza, okay? Honestly, nothing too crazy is happening right now, and for the most part, that's actually good. Apparently, Domino's, a pizza store in Australia, Have burger pizza. The pizza tastes like burgers. Well, look, I have actually worked on a pizzeria before. I was actually making pizzas. And, there are many ways you can actually create, unique pizzas. Like, sometimes, there were pizzas that didn't even have, pizza bread, basically. Like, one recipe, as far as I can remember, it was at the bottom a tortilla, and fried potatoes, and that was the first level. And on top, it could have bolognese or chicken or whatever. Obviously, it's going to have cheese because the cheese is used as a glue, basically. And you're gonna use some kind of sauce, Caesars or something like that. And that was basically a pizza. But it was not a pizza, it was something more unique. But it was called a pizza because it looked like a pizza. Get it? And I had created many different weird recipes like that. So you should need a gaming partner, a friendly, funny one, and has a lot of time to spare. My friend, easier said than done. It's not easy to just find someone who wants to, basically, who envisions the same things as you do and wants to actually genuinely help. At the most part, I am not actually it's not easy for me to connect with people. And, if I was to connect with anyone, it would probably be with another VTuber, but I'm not sure, who should I approach. I do not actually feel what? I do not feel like I should approach anyone until I actually find a decent following, if I do not learn how to be a good gaming partner myself, why, with what kind of logic am I basically, asking someone else to be my good gaming partner? Get it? That's my way of thinking. That, what? If you want to ask from people to be good at something, if you want to demand something from anyone, you should first look if you are actually decent enough. Twisted logic, I know, but that's just how I feel. What? If I want to find a gaming partner, then first I have to be a good gaming partner myself. That's it. And for the most part, I am not very, I'm still not very accustomed on streaming. It's a little bit difficult, it's a little bit difficult to actually, understand it. Understand my kind of logic. Sometimes my logic it's way too ridiculous, but this is how I feel. What? If you want to do something, then best be prepared to do it in a good way. I just don't it's not I just want to find someone and start playing video games with them, because I do not really know if things will end up well. Not between us, but for the for the content itself. Actually, you being my gaming partner would be epic. If I were in a situation where I want to be a gaming partner, well, it depends. What do you like to play, my friend? I have plenty of knowledge on games and such. but I don't really have much experience on actually creating content by playing video games. That's the thing. I have gone used to in playing video games all alone, so I am trying to like break out of that and actually start, you know, being an entertainer while playing a video game. It's not as easy. It's not as easy as it sounds. It seems easy, but it's never easy. But let me tell you, having people to play video games just for the fun of it is always very nice. It's always very cool. You can have a lot of fun with friends. Even bad games, you know, with friends, even bad games become good. I basically play games when it's available for me. Well, available like what? Some kind of subscription, you mean? Or when you actually like manage to find time and buy the game? I do not understand, you know, when you say available. That's what I'm trying to say. No, oh my god. This is so accurate. There is also this one thing. There is this other VTuber I see right now on the on Twitter. He uploaded a meme. He's like, it's like a bus and the train about to hit the bus, and he's like, I promise I'm just trying to make new friends. And the bus is like, wanting to ask new people to play games or collab. And the train be like, fear of being called a cloud chaser. I basically play games that I can access in my PC without Steam and with my Switch. Well, yeah, I understand that. I understand that. But you see, one main reason why I can't play many great games on my channel is not because I don't have games, it's because I have a PS4. And all my games are on PS4, and I haven't actually bought any games on the Steam page. But without Steam, because you mean like you prefer to play the games with buying them from some other site, or like trying to, you know, buying them from the original page of the game? Shy Lily reached like 900,000 followers on Twitch. Congratulations, damn. Here's a good question. When did Shy Lily like first started? On Twitter, she created the page of her in June of 2020. So she is basically a veteran. She's doing this. She has been doing this not just longer, but I don't have a job yet, so yeah, I prefer playing them in sites. Like I don't have a proper PC. Yeah, I get it. You mean like the Flash games, basically, yeah? The ones that basically do not are very heavy for the PC. I get it. Yeah, I used to do that too. My god, Friv was the best. Did you ever like stumble upon Friv back in the day? God damn it, that ruined me right now. I just saw a picture from her site, Shy Lily, where she cut her hair off, and that pisses me off because I fucking love long hair, and that was like, this is pain. Look how beautiful, how majestic long hair has in her left side, and how short they are on the right. I am somewhat of a madman. I'm sorry. Long hair is something that I love. I have a PC that is only for work. Yeah, I get that. A PC just to do, the basic stuff, like maybe watch a YouTube video, maybe send a couple of emails. Yeah, I know how that is. It's tough. Computers are not it seems like depending on what is your financial situation, things can always be. They seem simple, but they are not. Simply because, it depends your situation how it's like. Like, if you live in your parents' house, you have a decent job, you can do things very well. But if you have to provide in your family, for example, I am 20. I'm going to turn 22 years old. I have been working since I was 18. From the very moment I stopped high school, I got a job. And my dad won't download any apps except for Roblox. Well, yeah, you see, the thing is that a PC, it's mostly like a tool rather than a console, you get it? That is a problem, I know, but that my dad is the same, that's why I'm telling you this. So, I have been working since I was 18 years old. I have worked as a groom, I have worked as a waiter, I have worked as a pizza maker. I have, within this 3 years of me being basically 3 to 4 years, me basically being independent, not independent, an adult basically. I am not independent. I still live with my parents. I have made enough money to survive. I have made enough money to provide and help my family. But money is never enough when it comes to, doing your own things. Like, for example, my model costed almost 100 euros. My PC I have right now, it's used PC, by the way. It's not a perfect PC. It's not a brand new. I mean, it's very good for what I'm trying to do, but it's not like the most expensive thing in the world. It's a used PC which I bought for 500 euros. Like you see, it's not simple until you realize gaming PC exists. Yeah. But they are very expensive, my friend. Gaming PCs sometimes you really wanna pull your eyes out, rip them off from when you see the price of just a single graphics card. My friend, I have never seen an RTX graphics card IRL, by the way, in real life. It's like a myth here to find something so expensive. The money is never enough. If I was to explain to you how bad things are when it comes to work in Greece, you are probably getting paid from 600 to 700 euros. That is the very basic, and that is the common price. And then you're my god, we are getting paid 600 euros here, and the PS5 costs. How much a PS5 cost nowadays? A PS5 costs 658 euros. More than the money that I actually, make. Get it? Why is if you're asking why a PS5 is cost 650 wait a minute, how much was it 658? It's because there is a specific site in Greece that is called Scrooge, and that is the site that basically gives you all the available units of a certain product that are actually in the country. So if I want to buy a PS5 from Greece, it's 658 euros, more than the money that I actually make in a month. like you see how bad things are that way. How the economy it's screwed up, basically, and that is like this is the logic before things go to shit because of all the the energy crisis that we basically have now in Europe. So you're like, okay, I make approximately 600 euros. I put on the side like 50 euros. For me in Australia, PS5 cost 7.95. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Let me check something. Wow, an Australian dollar is actually more valuable than euro. Yeah, and a single Australian dollar it's like 1.5 euros. Nice. Okay, so that explains it. I don't know the normal pay for jobs in Australia because I was from Philippines. Hi, hi, Kitchenin, how are you? Well, look. The normal pay in every country differs because of mostly because of how much the country itself prospers. Greece has been in the deep end in economics for the last 10 years now. Ever since I became a teenager, my life has been a nightmare when it comes to economy. So that is one thing to keep in mind. So basically, if you were to say, okay, I want to have the model, I want to have the PC, and that the model is 100 euros, the PC is 500, a used PC. I had to work. If I say that I put on the side 50 euros by the 600 I make for each month, I have to work 10 fucking months. You realize that? Oh, no, wait a minute. 50, but yes. 10 fucking months. No. We said 600, right? 500, it's 12 months. A whole year just to have the PC and the model. And that's why, I haven't actually, you're thinking, where the hell have you been? Why haven't you made anything? Well, that is the thing. Because when it comes to, budget, it's always too much, it's too difficult to make, to put money on the side in order to invest it. And that is something that I, the investment I do, and basically the economy I'm trying to keep a balance on. It's without actually having any major other, basically I don't really waste my money. I am trying to be as economical as possible. And it's just too difficult because things are always, just not simple. They are not really provided to you. If you're not from a family who owns their own business or something like that, things are not going to be easy for you. If you're not from a country who prospers, if you do not have someone to support you and overall be a partner to you, and you have you are zero funds, zero resources, only the knowledge you have can push you forward. That is something very difficult. And it will take a lot of time for you to get anywhere. But you can get somewhere. You can. You just have to keep at it. Hamburger, you said you were from Philippines and now you live in Australia, I suppose. And you haven't worked before, right? Well, things will be... Once you get a job, you will see the world with a completely different eye. Trust me. Like, when I was in high school, that was like 3 years ago. And I'm like, damn, time flies. I see the world with a whole different eye now than I did when I was in high school. Things are not, well, from my perspective, things are not the same. Mostly because I know now what kind of like struggle you have to go through in order to be able to, you know, in order to manage to make things happen. It's not easy. Nothing is easy. There is actually a song that I wanted to actually sing on the 1st of February. I'm gonna tell you the song because I actually ended up not being able to sing that song. There is a band called Wildfire, and the song is called Not an Option. It's actually a very nice song. Now, you see, the song itself, it starts off with that, you know, it starts off with nothing. It's the same, the way you assume it is. The song continues by saying that, you know, things will be tough, things are against you, things will be basically suffering. But eventually, you have to keep trying because failure is not an option. And that is a song that I really wanted to sing on the 1st of February because it marks my dedication to actually become a VTuber. So that's the main reason why I actually started to go to voice lessons for singing. I haven't sung before. I hadn't sung anything before, but I really wanted to learn how to do a decent karaoke. So I was like, okay, you know what? I will go to the lessons only to learn at least this one song, how to sing it, how to be able to basically make a simple karaoke. Eventually, I found myself not being able to sing that song because that song has very high notes which I cannot reach. My voice, basically my voice range is not big enough, and I cannot sing that song. But forever, this one song will remain the driving force behind me wanting to make something, to keep at it, because failure is not an option. And that's just the thing. If you ever feel down, you should find something that makes you, makes you feel like, you know what, everything is worth it. Like that song. Whenever I feel down, I go back to this song. Because, yeah. It's not, Goddamn it, I get melancholic again, but I can't help it. I cannot help being melancholic. Mostly because, you know what, I do have that energy, unfortunately. But this melancholy does not come from the fact that I actually feel sad about something. I just don't like the way things are. I cannot accept that things are the way it is. Or maybe I can accept them, but I will not be happy for things to be the way they are, you know? But besides that, you can still adjust, you can still, like, have these moments of you, like, thinking who you are or what you do as a way of, like, a checkup of, you feel down because things don't go too well, but then you look back on it and you're like, man, I actually like have evolved. I do not evolve past, but it's like playing fucking Dark Souls, basically. Like, you're like, so, yeah. I didn't get through the boss, but I did manage to, you know, get through all these parts. So eventually I just have to get stronger and manage to get through the boss as well. Sometimes I wish I could sing that song, then not an option. Because I really wanna, the lyrics are very meaningful. On the other hand, I have something else to say. Actually, I am actually... When I start getting better at singing, I am actually start gonna uploading a few karaoke songs. Just for the sake of actually doing something different as well. Because why not? I feel that that would be a nice way of creating multiple, like... creating, like, multiple, you know... content, basically. Okay. I think that's it for the day. We have been streaming for like 2 hours. Can I hear you sing? Well, okay. I will, you know what? I will actually, you know, I will sing one song that I have actually learned how to sing it. Or at least I know how to sing with I know how to sing when like on tone. I don't have a good voice range, so don't expect something too crazy, but I'll do my best, okay? So the song is do you want me to put the karaoke on? I don't actually want the karaoke now that I think about it, but then again, screw it. I'm just gonna sing the first line. Okay? The first, like, how do you call it in English? Chorus. It's, what do you want from me? That is the song. That is the song. God damn it. I still have like I still get the goddamn ads. I need to start I need to consider finding like YouTube Premium in order to not have ads. It's been a long time since I sang this song, but it's the only one that I sing genuinely well. Yes, verse and chorus. The first verse and the first chorus. Hey, slow it down. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, I'm afraid. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? There might have been a time where I would give myself away. Oh, once upon a time I didn't give a damn, but now here we are. So what do you want from me? What do you want from me? Just don't give up, I'm working it out. Please don't believe I've let you down. It messed me up. Give me a second to breathe. Just keep coming around. Hey, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? That's it. That's all I'm gonna give you. It's not perfect. I'm not very good at singing yet. Well, at the very least, I'm not very good at singing with passion. But trust me, that is the fruits of a whole year's labor. Last year, I couldn't sing a single note, and that is the best I could. It sounds very amazing. You're very good. Thank you very much, Hamburger. Thank you. It's nice to have someone, acknowledge it. Everything needs, everything you do, it's something that you have to be bad at first. And it sucks because, sometimes you wish, man, I wish I was a natural. You cannot be a natural, my friend. It's impossible. You have to learn how to fall and fall forward, basically. You want to do something, you have to keep doing it until you become good. Even in video games, for example. For example, I like playing For Honor. You probably know For Honor. It's that online game with the knights. You can do it better than I suck. No, my friend. Trust me, if you had the 1 year of basically the 1 year of basically the 1 year of experience basically that I have, the 1 year of tutoring that they gave me, you would have also the same results, if not better. So it's all a matter of commitment. It's all a matter of commitment. Like, if you really want something to happen, you have to commit to it. And only then you will start being good. As I said, I like playing For Honor. And at the beginning, I sucked at For Honor. People knew how to parry, people knew how to block, people knew how to be very evasive and escape my attacks. And I was really, really bad at it. In order to become good at For Honor, I needed to play for 30 to 40 hours. Do you realize that? I needed 30 to 40 hours to start becoming, a little bit good at it. And now I'm very good at it. Or at least I like to brag that I have become very, very good at it. But you get it? Like, everything needs commitment. Everything needs, something that you should, focus on. If you really want it, it will happen. If you want to become good at something, you can manage. Like, I personally, when I actually went to work for the pizzeria I worked, I didn't believe I had it in me to be able to make pizzas. It seemed very difficult to make a pizza from scratch and cook it and manage to, serve it and actually be something that, people will actually buy. You get all this idea that you get this idea that, oh man, it feels like, damn, a mountain. But with enough training, not without really getting too much stressed, you can manage. Even singing, it's something that you can learn. Because your voice range, your vocal cords, they are a muscle you have to train. You have to train the muscle in order to be able to do things well. And you have to train yourself in order to do things well. Even something as singing is something that you can manage if you want to. Even something as simple as a karaoke. Think of it this way. Actual singers actually practice the songs they sing, not because they want to remember not because they want to remember the lyrics alone, but also because they want to remember the tone. You get it? I know good singers that they actually spend to learn a single, if the song is difficult, they spend an entire week to learn this one song. And I'm telling you about singers who have 12 years of experience. My teacher is one of those singers. And that is something that is basically an example that applies into everything. If you want to become good at something, you have to focus on becoming good yourself. You have, you have to do it no matter what. You have to keep doing it if you really want to become good at it. Like trying once or twice and be like, okay, I suck, I don't want to do this anymore. This will not get you anywhere. This will not get you anywhere. That's just how it is. Everybody was very bad at the beginning. Like when I went to the pizzeria, I saw the way their hands move in order to make the pizza, and it was so fast. It was so crazy. It was so detailed. Like they did everything like they were some kind of like a circus, clown throwing all the balls at once, basically. And it seemed like a mountain to me. But once I got to, work for hours and hours and hours on the pizzeria, and I started learning, and I started, getting like, get accustomed to the movement. My body basically became like used to move like that. Like it didn't really felt awkward anymore to move in order to make the pizza, for example. In that kind of speed anymore. I found myself on the other end of the spectrum. I had new people come wanting to learn pizza, and I was teaching them how to make a pizza. And they were like, man, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. And I'm like, no, it's not too difficult. You just have to keep trying. I know because I was there. And it felt like I was genuinely like the older person. Like I was the senpai at that point. Like, yeah, we have all been to the point where we say that we suck, that we say that we are not worth it, that we say that it's too difficult, we cannot do it. That is all a lie. You have to keep trying. That's just how it is. Even I, right now, I had the stomach flu yesterday. I was horrible. Like I was throwing up. My stomach ache. I still have stomach ache, by the way. But at the very least, I do not have a headache, and I do not have a fever anymore. I had a fever yesterday, and I had a horrible headache yesterday. And I could say, you know what? No, I cannot stream today. But I'm like, fuck that. No, I'm gonna keep streaming because I want to get genuinely good at streaming. Like sometimes I feel embarrassed that I do not sound very good at my English. Like my English does not feel very fluent, and sometimes I feel like people come and go because they do not like the way I speak. But I'm like, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Once I become good, once I get used to it, perhaps things will change. And I'm going to leave it at that. Hamburger, thank you so much for being here. Kitsenin, thank you so much for saying hi. And we still have one more stream this week, in 2 days, in Friday. And after that, the next Wednesday, it's going to be my birthday, and I will see what I will plan. I'm not sure yet, but I will. I will see what I can do. Yeah, thank you, Hamburger. Thank you. It's actually very encouraging to have you here, almost every day now, and you basically being the one person that actually sends messages, and I can actually have a conversation with. So thank you. I really appreciate it. So that's it. Now I'm actually very. I'm still kind of tired because of the stomach flu, so I'm gonna just lay down on bed and just gonna relax. I hope tomorrow I am a little bit better, so I can plan something better for Friday. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play a video game or anything. I'm gonna see. I'm not sure. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. No, that's okay. That's okay. Like I am not the kind of person who misunderstands other people. You can express yourself however you like. World Collider. By the way, now you reminded me something. So there are many people who cannot say World Collider correctly for some reason. You called me right now World Collider. I have other people who have called me. I have people who have called me like War Collider. I have other people who have called me just World, and I'm like, what is so difficult about? Anyway, you made my day with that. Thank you. So, have a good one. Later.